Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today's going to be a big weeding day. Spring has sprung here in Pennsylvania and everything is starting to grow fast. And I just got all the yards here mowed yesterday before the rain came through. It's supposed to be pretty decent today, but we are expecting a lot of rain to come tomorrow. Hump up, what are you doing, bud? You hunting? Okay, make it safe. We recently mulched up the garden bed going down the driveway line here, and I think it's looking gorgeous. We have fresh mulch in the garden and a fresh edge on the yard. And I am trying to go garden by garden, getting everything ready here for spring, but I'm going to have to go around to all the gardens today and just try and catch up on the weeding. Yeah, we recently mulched a pond bank here, making everything look fresh, but now the weeds are just popping up through. And this is a consistent problem in this bed. I have to weed these out by hand, and I just don't want to get in there and do it yet. This weed has an underground runner that just shoots over a few inches and then sprouts another sprout and then shoots over and sprouts again, so it's really hard to get it all out. If you leave any bit of the root in there, it'll just start sprouting up again. As you can see, I did hand weed the other side of the waterfall fairly well, but we still have a few popping up. So I might have to get in there and hand weed that side, try and keep that one from getting taken over. But I don't think I'm going to be dealing with this side today. We already got the driveway bed all cleaned up, looking good here. I might go into the pergola back there, just get the pathways chopped down, any weeds popping up. But I'm mainly going to be working over here in the middle of the yard on the island garden. We're starting to get a little bit of color out here in the island garden, and whenever things start popping open, I want to be able to see them. So we need to knock the weeds down here. We already have a purple iris popping open on the peninsula. And a beautiful one it is. What's going on up there? I hear them, but I don't see them. Be good, you birds. But we have some iris starting to pop open here, but a lot of the color we're getting are from the dandelions and the viola. And I don't mind a little bit of purple and yellow in spring, so I don't think I'm going to chop all this down, but we do need to get it cleaned up a bit. We got to clear the pathway out here. I am going to have to come in here and relay this pathway. We'll have to pull it all out, get it kind of leveled off, and then relay all the steps in the brick. And get some fresh white marble in there to clean it all up. And we got to clean up the pathway going over to the bench as well. So we just need to knock everything down here in the island garden before we bring in some wood chips. I mean, I think it still has some charm looking like this. But it's also going to get wild real quick, so we need to try and keep it maintained. Doing, bud? I see ya. Hanging out with Bonnie. Okay. We're probably also going to pop behind the island garden and do some work in the food forest. And down by the cut flower garden and in the vegetable garden as well. Might have to go out front too, but we'll see if we have enough time. Hump up. So we're just going to try and get caught up with the weeds in all the gardens before we get the heavy rain tomorrow and everything starts sprouting up again. Hump up. Yeah. That took so much longer than I was hoping. But we got it trimmed all the way around the island now, exposing all the plantings that we have in there. It's only early spring right now. We're gonna have a lot of these blooms start popping up now that the irises have started to open. But it's all cleaned up around the pathway going into the bench, and we actually have access to this path now that we can come in here and redo it. Got to get water in the bird bath here, but it's looking a lot cleaner with a nice edge to the yard. Gorgeous. We have a lot of different perennials planted in the peninsula here, and this iris is just the first one to start blooming. We actually have some allium that are going to be blooming here soon. It looks like it's going to be opening up here soon. Oh, Mav, what do you think? The garden's clean. You can see the edge now. Don't go in. But since we have so many perennials in the peninsula here, all we really have to do is keep the weeds down in this garden, and it'll produce color all season long. Now, there's always more things we can plug in, but there's actually some irises here that I want to pull out. These have volunteered from the irises that we have inside, and I actually want to separate some of the irises out here so we can get some of them planted by the big pond. I have some irises and hostas we can separate and plant out there, and then I also have a friend with some cattails by his pond, because I am going to want to use some cattails out there on the back side. And the more plants we can get out there, the more natural filtration we'll have. But it always looks so much better when we get a nice edge on the gardens and get all the wild weeds taken down. Oh, Mav. However, I do like whenever it grows up and gets wild again. It always has some nice wild colors in the flowers. And I don't want to keep the gardens looking the same all season. I like the change. But we need to go down to the cut flower garden and get its edge trimmed up. And also do some cleanup in the vegetable garden. Then maybe finish up at the pergola. We'll see how far we can get. We already went through a bunch of batteries. And I'm getting lower on string. A bird. I see you. Pretty bird. This is just what we're doing today. Let's see how far we can get. Hump up. Maverick. Stay here, bud. Alright, we still have a lot more to do here, and it's time to close the barn. I just finished dinner. We had breakfast tonight, but I do not have time to finish around the pergola, and I want to do some other areas, so we're going to pick this up tomorrow. I gotta head up and close the barn now, but I think the rain is supposed to hold off, so we should be able to get a little bit more done. We got some more to do, especially behind the pergola here. It's getting pretty raggedy. Get all this cleaned up, get it pruned back on the hosta row, cut back all the creeping Charlie. Huh, Pop? What do you think? Wrap it up? Alright, well, if the rain holds off long enough, we'll do a little bit more tomorrow. If not, we'll have to just wrap it up. Well, it's not perfect, but it's looking a lot better. Huh, Pop? We got the little bells here blooming right now, looking gorgeous in the pollinator ring. We also have a bunch of asparagus that I should have picked already. It's still good to eat though. Little garden snack. I need to get in here and pick some of these younger ones for dinner tonight. Everything's growing so fast with the rain and the warmth we've been getting. I had to come in here and chop all the thistle down. Everything's getting covered in thistle. You can see there's still a lot more out there I need to manage. Oh, and the white iris is blooming. Gorgeous. I'm not worried about making everything look perfect. We just want to make it look good. Pop. We got around the hostas here and outside the fence all cleaned up too. Going down the cut flower garden's looking nice. Oh, we got a little bow in that board there. Might have to put another stake in that, try and push that in. Nothing's perfect. Pop, but we got a lot of weed whacking done, and I think that rain is still coming later. But I just got a call from a friend that has some koi in a pond that need rescued. So I think that's gonna be all the weeding we can do today. We're gonna head over there and see if we can get them. The dogwood's looking gorgeous. Beautiful. But a quick update in the greenhouse, we did have a giant pumpkin pop open. I'm still waiting for it to completely leaf out, but we have two giants here opening up. Look at those roots already pushing up through the soil. Try and keep those covered. But that is exciting. We have two giant pumpkins getting started, and we already had a birthday for a birdhouse gourd. We are getting some of the seeds to germinate that we sowed in there last time too. The marigolds are popping open. The herbs are transplanting well, and we have the sweet potatoes really popping up now. We can't plant these outside yet though, because the temperature is going to drop again. It's going to be down into the 30s and 20s at night. And it looks like we have at least one popping up over here in the gourds and the squash that we sowed. I didn't label these though. We're going to have to figure out what that is. But we're going to have another killing frost here in a few days, so we can't be planting anything outside just yet. But today is a birthday for the two giant pumpkins. Pop. And we've been getting some dry weather here, but it looks like April showers are going to start up. So if you want to keep following along with everything here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.